GamingBolt presents top 30 games to look forward to for the rest of 2018. Though it might not match the insanity of last year, 2018 has still been an exceptional year for video games. Ni no Kuni 2, God of War, Celeste, Into the Breach, The Banner Saga 3, Far Cry 5, Octopath Traveler, BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Battletech, Frostpunk, Yakuza 6, Shadow of the Colossus, and so much more have offered truly memorable experiences. As the cliche goes though, the best is yet to come, so let's have a look at 30 games to look forward to for the rest of 2018. Dead Cells. Motion Twin's roguelike, semi-procedurally generated Metroidvania title has a lot of buzz going for it. Throw in dodge rolls and punishing yet satisfying combat with a gorgeous pixel art style, and you have something truly extraordinary. In early access since 2017, Dead Cells has already garnered acclaim for its level design, pacing, and enemies, not to mention the sheer selection of weapons and combat possibilities. Each run is tempered by an intriguing build. With the full release on August 7th, we finally get to see the entire story come together. Dead Cells will be available for Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Nintendo Switch. The Walking Dead: The Final Season. The Walking Dead and Telltale Games series in general hasn't had the best reputation in recent years. However, thanks to studio restructuring and a focus on quality rather than quantity, The Walking Dead: The Final Season looks more appealing than ever. The first episode is out on August 14th for Xbox One, PC, Nintendo Switch, and PS4. It will see Clementine guarding AJ and finding a community with other children that they could possibly settle into. Danger is still afoot, but we'll see if this release represents a brave new Telltale approach or not. World of Warcraft: Battle for Azeroth. We're really hoping Blizzard gets its act together for World of Warcraft before Battle for Azeroth, because it would be all the more awesome without so many bugs. An increased level cap to 120, 20-player PvE warfronts against enemy faction NPCs, 2 large new continents, a new raid, 10 dungeons with Mythic Plus versions, the Heart of Azeroth, and so much more is on offer. Did we mention new allied races like Void Elves, Dark Iron Dwarves, Nightborne, and Zandalari to recruit? Or island expeditions, where 3-player teams embark to gather resources on islands while competing against AI or other players. World of Warcraft: Battle for Azeroth is out on August 14th for PC. Shenmue 1 and 2 HD. Regarded as classics, Shenmue 1 and 2 will be ported over to the Xbox One, PS4, and PC on August 21st. High-definition graphics are to be expected, but both games will also boast new control options, along with more intuitive user interfaces. It's also possible to choose between English and Japanese voices. We'll still have to wait to see how they've aged, but as parts of gaming history, Shenmue 1 and 2 HD are worth looking into. Pro Evolution Soccer 2019. For all the flack that Konami gets, rightfully so that is, it's ensured a rather consistent line of quality for its Pro Evolution Soccer series. So even though PES 2019 drops the UEFA license, it still offers 8 other leagues to compensate. Furthermore, reworked lighting and more realistic stands will ensure a deeper sense of immersion when taking advantage of the 11 new skill traits. Pro Evolution Soccer 2019 is out on August 28th for North America on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Monster Hunter World may have spoiled us with its quality of life improvements. However, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, the Western release of Monster Hunter Double Cross for Nintendo Switch, still offers tons of awesome content to enjoy. Boasting over 90 large monsters, hunting arts and styles for different buffs and moves, a new Prowler mode for controlling the feline, similar to the Palico in World, and much, much more. Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate is simply stacked. This being the Switch version, you can also expect improved visuals over the original 3DS release. Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate is out on August 28th worldwide. Yakuza Kiwami 2. The Yakuza Remake Brigade continues. After delivering a masterful remake of Yakuza 1 with Yakuza Kiwami, it's now the turn of Yakuza 2. This release doesn't just have awesome-looking visuals courtesy of the Dragon Engine, it also brings in many of the new gameplay features seen in later titles. New story elements to better flesh out the plot, and even an additional story scenario with a playable Majima Goro. Yakuza 2 is arguably the game that truly kickstarted the series' success, and seeing it remade like this is glorious. It releases on August 28th for PS4. Dragon Quest XI: Echoes of an Elusive Age. If you've played any mainline Dragon Quest title, you know what to expect with Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age. A crisp art style, solid turn-based combat, and of course, a lengthy fantasy journey set in a world with likable characters all seem par for the course here. How Dragon Quest XI will measure up to the likes of Persona 5 remains to be seen, but having more classic RPG titles is never a bad thing. The game is out on September 4th for PC and PS4. Spider-Man. For years, we've waited for a big-budget Spider-Man game that could provide the contrast between Peter Parker's life as a civilian and as Spider-Man. Of course, we also wanted Manhattan in stunning visual detail, fast and responsive combat, and fluid web-swinging. Insomniac's Spider-Man, set to release on September 7th, seems to capture all of these essential qualities while also providing a gallery of villains to battle. Though we still need to experience the quests, activities, and side missions in greater detail, Spider-Man already looks like it'll be worth the wait when it launches for PS4. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Lara will find a Mayan relic, but not before encountering Trinity and triggering an apocalypse. Now with the world ending, Lara must shoot and stealth her way through the game to save it. Boasting more challenging tombs and tough moral decisions, Shadow of the Tomb Raider is developed by Eidos Montreal with Crystal Dynamics providing additional support. Life is Strange 2. When Don't Nod Entertainment announced the awesome adventures of Captain Spirit as a free standalone episode at E3 2018, it was a somewhat sobering feeling. Of course, then it revealed that the episode would lead straight into Life is Strange 2. Curiosity achieved. But just when would the second season debut? Not too long after we received the date. Life is Strange 2 would arrive on September 27th for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. More information is expected at Gamescom, and one could assume that only the first episode will be going live in September. Regardless, we are stoked, and you should be too. Underworld Ascendant. Developed by Otherside Entertainment, which is also working on System Shock 3, Underworld Ascendant is a successor to the classic Ultima Underworld. Players will happen once more upon the Stygian Abyss and must navigate through to garner all the treasure. It's not easy when you consider the numerous traps and 3 factions vying for dominance, but thankfully, Underworld Ascendant encourages improvisation, rewarding players for coming up with unconventional solutions, be it through combat, stealth, or magic. The emergent gameplay is the true appeal, and we can't wait to see the game's depth when it releases in September for PC. Red Dead Redemption 2. Numerous delays haven't dulled our enthusiasm for the long-awaited sequel to the stellar Red Dead Redemption. Prequel would actually be more accurate since Red Dead Redemption is set before the first game with Arthur Morgan as the protagonist and the Vanderlyn gang running amok. A large, detailed world is to be expected, along with the ability to conduct bank heists, train heists, and you name it. How Arthur behaves with NPCs will also change how different towns and groups react towards him, further adding to the game's realistic nature. Red Dead Redemption 2 will also have an online mode, though more information is still to come. It's out on October 26th for Xbox One and PS4. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Though it seemed unlikely, Ubisoft sort of surprised us by announcing that yet another Assassin's Creed was in development. We say sort of due to the copious number of leaks for Assassin's Creed Odyssey beforehand. Regardless, the concept of battling through ancient Greece as either Alexios or Cassandra, partaking in naval combat and outwitting bounty hunts, could make for a solid adventure. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is out on October 5th for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Mega Man 11. Even if this isn't the Mega Man X sequel we so desperately want, Mega Man 11 is still a sumptuous-looking treat for fans of action platformers. Along with the usual 8 robot masters to defeat en route to Dr. Wily, Mega Man 11 will also sport a new double gear system. This allows Mega Man to either slow down time or charge up his attacks for devastating results. Abusing the system too much will cause it to overheat and go into cooldown. However, if Mega Man's health is dangerously low, then a powerful blast can be utilized with double gear to deal massive damage. Story mode aside, Mega Man 11 will also feature time trials, leaderboards, a concept art gallery, and 4 difficulty settings when it releases on October 2nd. It will also be available for Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Nintendo Switch. Forza Horizon 4. Shared world sounds like a gimmick, especially in racing games, but it couldn't be more exciting in Forza Horizon 4. Imagine 64 players present in the United Kingdom traveling around and challenging you to races. Don't worry though, the Drivatar system is still present for offline experiences. The other big hook is seasons. The dynamic weather in-game will have a longer-term effect, causing environments to change and opening up new races in the process. For instance, frozen lakes in winter will be ripe for racing, while rain in spring will make for slippery roads. With over 450 licensed cars and tons of other features, Forza Horizon 4 is already looking like a must-buy before its October 2nd release. SOULCALIBUR 6. Welcome back to the stage of history. For the first time in years, that statement rings true. Set between SOULCALIBUR 1 and SOULCALIBUR 2, SOULCALIBUR 6 will feature numerous series mainstays like Kilik, Mitsurugi, Nightmare, Voldo, and many more making their return. Of course, new characters like Grow and The Witcher 3's Geralt are being added as well. SOULCALIBUR 6 will diverge from previous titles by introducing new wrinkles like ultimate attacks and a slow motion effect punctuating the new reversal edge system. Whether the weapon fighting and classic characters will bring fans back or not, SOULCALIBUR 6 is out on October 19th for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Battlefield 5. DICE is determined to hit all of the right notes with Battlefield 5, encouraging customization and squad play while introducing fortifications and changes to reviving. Of course, a World War II shooter demands stories, so war stories will return and present numerous different perspectives and theaters of war. Multiplayer fans can look forward to the epic grand operations, the post-launch season-esque Tides of War, and of course, Battle Royale further down the line. Battlefield 5 is out on October 19th for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. OVERKILL'S The Walking Dead. Unlike Telltale's franchise, OVERKILL'S The Walking Dead is more focused on co-op shooting against PvE hordes. Controlling one of 4 characters, each possessing their own skills and roles, players will venture into cities, scouting for supplies. Zombies must be avoided, which makes stealth handy. Of course, you can also go all out with guns and mow them down whenever you see them. Use the supplies to bolster your base back home and defend it from attacks, especially when less than friendly humans come rolling around. OVERKILL'S The Walking Dead is currently scheduled for November 6th on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Hitman 2. Bigger, better, more brutal, and not episodic. IO Interactive seems to have all of the essentials for a sequel nailed down. Hitman 2 will feature 6 key missions across 6 massive locations and will feature the return of classic items like the briefcase. Agent 47 can thus transport sniper rifles without causing any alarm and take out targets from a distance. On top of this, contracts, elusive targets, escalation contracts, and challenges will also return to provide that extra bit of murderous oomph. Releasing on November 13th for Xbox One, PS4, and PC, Hitman 2 also has a co-op sniper assassin mode that's currently available for those who pre-order the sequel. Fallout 76. Fallout 76 serves as a prequel to the series by taking place in 2102. The bombs have dropped and the survivors of Vault 76 in West Virginia emerge to rebuild. Unlike previous Fallout titles, Fallout 76 won't have human NPCs with backstories doling out quests. Furthermore, it's completely online with support for single-player servers and mods coming post-launch. Fallout 76 is trying something new, emphasizing environmental storytelling and exploration while allowing a wider range of role-playing and PvP. Releasing on November 14th for Xbox One, PS4, and PC, Fallout 76 will also have free post-launch updates and expansions supported via microtransactions. Darksiders 3. After the underwhelming Darksiders 2, Vigil Games thankfully didn't go gentle into the good night. Instead, it re-emerged as Gunfire Games under THQ Nordic and is finally bringing us Darksiders 3. Centered on Fury, another horseman of the apocalypse, the sequel is all about hunting down the 7 deadly sins. To accomplish this, Fury will have whips, flails, and magic along with different element forms to further enhance her combat potential. Darksiders 3 is out on November 27th for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Don't be fooled by the Pokemon Go connections. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are proper role-playing titles with 151 Pokemon to capture and train. Set in the Kanto region, players can engage in bouts with gym leaders, evolve their Pokemon, aside from the starting Pikachu and Eevee that is, and trade Pokemon locally or online. Some differences from older games like Pokemon Capture working differently from battling or the lack of breeding in 8 gyms remain. However, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee still looks fun. They're out on November 16th for Nintendo Switch. Just Cause 4. Rico is back yet again, dealing death by grappling hook and explosions as he's known to do. Just Cause 3 didn't set our collective hearts on fire, but Just Cause 4 seems more promising. Along with a new setting called Solus to explore, Just Cause 4 also introduces forces of nature. These are basically real-time tornadoes, sandstorms, and blizzards that can absolutely wreck environments and change the entire course of battle. Along with a new animation system and improved AI, we're hoping Just Cause 4 offers one last chaotic ride when it releases on December 4th for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. There's a good reason that Nintendo devoted so much of its E3 2018 Direct presentation to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. The game is simply enormous, with 68 playable fighters, a number of them receiving updates to their movesets, and different abilities courtesy of alternate costumes. That's not including the sheer range of stages, old and new like Breath of the Wild's Great Plateau stage, along with Omega variations, or the sheer number of assist trophies that can provide NPCs to assist in battle or the challenges needed to unlock the full roster. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate arrives on Switch on December 7th. CrossCode. In early access since 2015, CrossCode is the Secret of Mana successor you weren't expecting. Employing a retro aesthetic, CrossCode combines addictive combat and an expansive world with large dungeons and memorable characters. You play as Leah, struggling to regain her memories while venturing through an expansive fantasy MMORPG world and making friends along the way. Don't let the old school art dissuade you. CrossCode is worth it for those seeking a strong, story-driven action RPG when it releases in September. Call of Cthulhu. Cyanide's Call of Cthulhu, based on the 1981 role-playing game and H.P. Lovecraft's short story, may not seem like a big deal at first. Scheduled to release on October 30th for Xbox One, PS4, and PC, the game promises a mix of role-playing and investigations to properly immerse players in the Great One's horrors. The atmospheric art style and psychological tension already seem promising, and despite some developmental hiccups, Call of Cthulhu should be a disturbing distraction when it launches. Super Mario Party. Everyone's favorite friendship ruiner after Mario Kart, Mario Party is coming to the Nintendo Switch soon. You know the drill, compete in mini-games for stars while navigating a board against other players. Thanks to the Switch's capabilities, it's possible to play new modes like Partner Party, where two teams chase stars, each team using a separate Switch. Other multi-Switch situations are possible thanks to Toad's Rec Room, but whether that will quell one's anger at losing stars remains to be seen. Super Mario Party arrives on October 5th. FIFA 19. PES 2019's loss is FIFA 19's gain, as EA Sports' latest yearly football title boasts the UEFA Champions League, Europa League, and Super Cup to the game. Along with 35 licensed leagues, fans can expect 55 national teams in total, a new active touch system for controlling players, and the ability to switch strategies during a match. FIFA 19 will also feature the finale of the journey. Whether you're a fan or not, there's no denying that FIFA 19 has a lot to offer, depending on the platform you pick it up for. It releases on PC, Nintendo Switch, PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One on September 28th. SPYRO Reignited Trilogy. If Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy wasn't enough to fuel your nostalgia, then SPYRO Reignited Trilogy should help. Collecting Spyro's first 3 adventures, all developed by Insomniac Games, into one package, SPYRO Reignited Trilogy will feature gorgeous new visuals and remasters of original compositions. Even better, you can choose between the original and remastered soundtrack. Gameplay and level layouts are still the same though, so the nostalgia remains intact. SPYRO Reignited Trilogy arrives on September 21st for Xbox One and PS4. And that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed what you watched and want to see more from GamingBolt, you can always hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon next to it. That way you will never miss any of our videos.